And so after all said and done, the judgment has been given. The verdict is already known. Now, Mr. Yahaya Bello will focus on governance. But what is left for the people of Kogi State? The burden of leadership is on his shoulder. Tonight, we have on the program the governor of Kogi State, Mr. Yahaya Bello. He joins us from our Abuja studio. Thank you so much, Your Excellency, Governor of Kogi State. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. And I must start by congratulating you on your victory tonight at the Supreme Court. But it's a lot to chew, isn't it? Because of what is ahead of you in the years that you have on your plate. So first and foremost, how does this come to you, the victory of today?
Thank you very much, Mr. Sheung. Let me appreciate Channels Television and appreciate you for giving me this opportunity once again to express my appreciation, as always, to God Almighty, the creator of the universe, and the omnipotent, who has given us life, an opportunity to witness today. I thank you so much. The verdict of the Supreme Court today. Hello, can you hear me?
Please go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. The verdict of today, as resounding as it is, brings a lot of feelings to me. First of all, I will start on the note of a very sad one, that on this particular day, our revered father, Dr. Michael Ame Obuni II, the Ata of Igala, is no more. At the verge of this verdict, he went to hospital for a brief illness, and he joined his ancestor. May his soul rest in perfect peace. I use the opportunity to thank the citizens of Kogi State and Mr. President and Nigerians, both at home and in diaspora, who commiserate with us in this very sad moment. May his soul rest in perfect peace. Today, the justices of the Supreme Court, very erudite and very upright, upheld my election as the executive governor of Kogi State for the second term. This comes with a lot of responsibilities and burden. First, the very first day I took office as executive governor, starting from the first time, I am aware of the enormous challenges and responsibilities that I am into. And since then, I hit the ground running and began to do the best I could in order to put the state together. If you refer to it as end of the road to some political gladiators, well, I will take it differently. That as politicians, we strive to serve our people in the best interest of our people. We strive to serve our people through various political platforms. But today, God Almighty and the people of Kogi State, who gave me their massive support and vote, has been affirmed by the Supreme Court. And I take that very seriously. I take that as a trust. And by the grace of God, I'll never betray the trust of the citizens of Kogi State. And I will never betray the trust and the belief that the younger generations and the youths, reposed in me in steering the affairs of Kogi State, moving forward. I know today that I'm a role model to so many millions. I'll strive as much as possible to do my best. And my best will be good enough for our people.
All right. So, it's apparent that during and after the elections, there's a great division amongst the people of Kogi State across the different party lines. With all of this kind of discord and disunity that exists, how do you hope to unite your people? Are you willing to work with those you defeated at the polls and at the Supreme Court today? Are you willing to bring them on board?
Before I came into into the state as executive governor, Kogi State is known to be divided mainly along ethnic divide and sometimes religious divide. But coming into office, And knowing the enormity, like I said, of the challenges ahead of me, I began to unite the state. Today, Kogi State is more united than ever before. As political parties, differences in political parties, of course, if you contest for one seat from different political parties, there's bound to be differences in the way we want to put out the point to our people. But that is not to say that there is a major division. My brother, Musa Wada, and my sister, Barrister Hadiza Natasha Apoti, we belong to various political divide. Barrister Natasha Apoti is my sister from Central. And Musa Wada is my brother from across the river. We belong to the various political parties, and we strive to govern the state. But the people have decided that today I am the executive governor of Kogi State. Before even the swearing in this my second term, we continued what we started in the first term of reconciliation and making sure that we are open and transparent in the way we govern the state. I instructed my chief of staff, my deputy governor, my SSG, and other political gladiators within my party and other political parties and leaders to come together. We transfer and call all those that have differences or view things differently to come together and let's serve our people. And we thank God that to a very large extent, that succeeded. And today we look at ourselves as one united citizens of Kogi State, other than which political party you belong to and the ethnicity you come from. Now, moving forward, I have extended that olive branch once again to those who try to seek clarification through legal means to come back to me. Come and let us serve the people of Kogi State. We have more to unite us than the little that divides us. So let us come together, reason together, come up with your own ideas and strategies. Let's serve the people of Kogi State. Like our slogan says, let's unite to do more for our people.
You have promised a lot of things when you were campaigning for office, but a lot more to be done in the coming years. I'm going to take you on some of the campaign promises that you gave to your people at the campaign in 2019, and some of the things that you have done and what the people of Kogi State are yearning for. That's going to be next after this break. Governor Yahaya Bello, stay with us, please, everyone. We'll be right back. Thank you so much, everyone. We're getting some reactions now for over the Supreme Court judgment of today on the Kogi governorship election, the legal tussle for the #1 seat in the North Central State. And the governor of the state, the winner of today's judgment, Governor Yahaya Bello, has been talking to us on what he has in store for his people and the campaign promises and what exactly he's up to within the next couple of years. Governor Yahaya Bello, thank you for your time tonight. Let me take your, we have some minutes on the program, but I hope that we will be able to have this conversation quickly on some of the issues that have come up. First and foremost, in the last 4 years or thereabout that you've become governor, over 350 billion is said to have accrued to the ports of Kogi State. But for some of your opponents and some of your critics who have said there hasn't been any major project to show for that amount of money, how would you answer to that?
Thank you. Issue of performance or projects. I don't have the catalog of what we have done so far in the last 4 years that propelled us to come for the second term, and the people of Kogi State gave us their massive vote. But I can tell you for sure that there's no one single local government that we did not touch, or one project is completed or are ongoing, ranging from health, education, every other infrastructure, road infrastructure, and name them. In fact, annually, we used to publish our annual performance compendium. And I think it is there in our website. If you go to Kogi State website, you will see so many that we've done within the little that we've been able to generate and that accrued from Federation account or any other source, compared to what used to be available in the past. In fact, as a matter of fact, we are running the government as if we're running a private business for profitability. What do I mean by that? Starting from myself as the executive governor, my deputy, and all other government officials. It will interest you to know that a lot of us are still using our private vehicles. A lot of us have forfeit and forgo our personal entitlements. Like me personally, a lot of vehicles that I use today are my personal vehicles. I didn't come into the office to meet or inherit some of those things. And go to Government House today. If you know Kogi State Government House, otherwise referred to as Lugard House, see how it is run today and the look compared to when we came into office. There are several projects going on. I can't mention all of them. And there are still very more to come. In fact, that is what, propelled people of Kogi State to vote for me en masse, a vote that has never been this way before.
Governor Bello,
fair, and credible.
Governor Bello, so, I mean, you mentioned at some point when you were campaigning, you mentioned the rice mill. For those who are on the sideline watching, I've criticized that you put up a rice mill without a rice plantation. Are you rethinking the strategy in running that entity?
When we came up with the idea of ensuring or following the program of Mr. President, the federal government, that we should produce what we eat and eat what we produced. And we decided to come up with that gigantic, second largest in the north, of a rice mill. The same criticism came about that it's not our project. But today, we know that the project is up and running at full capacity, and that now it's the rice plantation. Why did we cite it where we cited it? We cited it there because Omidam was constructed, ever since it was constructed, it was never put to use. And no one single executive governor has ever visited that wonderful project of the federal government. We visited there and we decided to make use of it. Today, the people of that area are planting rice and they're making a lot of money from it. They are the ones that are going to feed the rice mill. Government does not have business in business. We haven't set up that particular factory. Government has no business in going to plant those rice or producing the paddy. The people, the locals, produce the paddy and feed the rice mill. And that is why you see confluence rice everywhere in the state and outside the state today. So that is the way it is being run. So we don't have any business in going to be the one to cultivate and plant the rice. We invested heavily in making sure that the infrastructure is there, farm implements like tractor, fertilizers are available, and all other implements. And we encourage our youths and women to go into rice production. Today, that is going on very excellently. And there are several other businesses that are springing up beside the rice mill over there. So that is what it is. Now, as for this particular rice mill, like I said, there are several other projects that we've been able to put together with meager resources out of sacrifice and prudence in management of resources. Okay.
All right. So, Governor, apologies to cut in because I still have a list of some issues that I would like you to address. In terms of the resources available to your government, statistics show that in the last 5 years, the debt stock of your state has risen from about 10 billion naira to almost 100 billion. Economists will say that the debt stock of Kogi State in the last 5 years has gone is standing about 622%. Are you worried about the state of indebtedness of your government?
Mr. Shehu, reverse is the case. when the time to come to speak to figures comes, I will roll out my numbers. But in fact, as we speak, our financials are published and they are there in the website. Not every state government today is up to date. I think Kogi State is up to date up to 2016. No, 2017, I want to believe. Oh, no, 2019, I want to believe. We are up to date in our financials. And external and internal auditors have looked at this. CSOs and various other rating bodies, both local and international, have viewed these our financials and has rated us high. I want to believe even in the North, in the next SIFTA's publication, we should be ranking the best as that which is transparent, prudent in the management of resources. Now, the figures are going to be there, and I think another platform is going to be availed to speak to numbers. But let me just quickly, put you through this. In the last, let's say starting from January or February, monthly we are taking a facility of almost 4 billion or 4.5 billion on a monthly basis to be able to finance our budget to a certain level. Now, COVID-19, comes calling that, almost crumbled the whole economy. Let me shock you by telling you that today, in this COVID-19 regime, we are paying salaries, projects are ongoing, all our obligations and the indebtedness that we inherited, we are paying steadily. And today, we are not going to take more than 1 billion per month. That is financial prudence. That in this era, that resources are dwindling, IGR has nosedived, the external sources like, our inflows from Federation account has really, nosedived. We are paying banks our loan. We're paying all other loans, and yet we're meeting up with our obligations, and projects are ongoing. That must be out of ingenuity.
But Governor Bello,
give us thumbs up.
Yeah, Governor Bello, why is it that some people are still being paid some percentage of their monthly salaries, workers of Kogi State?
I am not aware of anybody that is being paid percentage of their salaries. The NLC and labor organization, other organized labors are there. On a monthly basis, we're meeting up with our financials, our salary obligations, and all other contractual agreements are being met on monthly basis. I am not aware of any percentage payment that is being made in the state.
So every worker in Kogi State is being paid 100% of their wage and the salaries?
By the special grace of God, we're meeting up with our duties and responsibilities as far as wages and salaries and other incomes and fringe benefits are concerned.
All right. I have just about 3 seconds, 3 questions within the few seconds that we have left on the program. Kogi State has not had a single local government elections in 4 years. When are you conducting one?
I'll give you a straight answer. Before the end of October, we are going to conduct a free, fair, and credible local government elections that are going to usher in chairmen and councillors across the state. And this time around, we want to be very gender sensitive. As a party within the state, we have made it a policy to reserve every seat as far as the chairmen are concerned, that is, vice chairmen are concerned, to women in Kogi State. And we are going to ensure that that happens. And in councillorship, we are even going above the 35% affirmation to ensure that women are elected into the council wards.
Governor Bello, if you can help me in 30 seconds to answer this, then I'll get your final thought. Some persons, majority of them in the opposition, have criticized, alleging that they say you use security agencies to intimidate dissent voices in the state. How do you react to that?
Like you put forward earlier, oppositions are made to criticize policies of government and programs of government. But it will depend on whether you criticize constructively or otherwise. When I assumed office, Kogi State used to be a hotbed for insecurity. Today is the most secured state as far as North is concerned. I can beat my chest to that effect. Now, if you now say that I am harassing opposition, the criminals that we have chased out, arrested, tried, and are facing justice at various levels, are they the opposition? Are they the dissenting voice that we are chasing out of Kogi State that we are harassing? If the criminals, the bandits, the armed robbers, the Boko Harams, the ISWAP cells, if they are the ones that are opposing this government and trying to bring us to our knees, if they are the ones that I am chasing out and harassing, then praise be to Almighty God. But I want to assure you that there are oppositions today that we are speaking. Policies of government that they are not really clear with. They try to inquire what is happening. And we give them ready answers. And in most cases, they become our megaphone. In most cases. So we will not face any opposition. We're going to ensure that there is level playing field. Air your view. We will sit down round table and ensure that we serve our people better. Please, dear citizens of Kogi State, the victory is yours. The youth of this country, the victory is yours. And I want to assure you that I am ready to serve, I am serving, and I will continue to serve you better. Thank you.
Governor Yahaya Bello, congratulations one more time on your victory today. Thank you indeed for talking to us, and wish you the very best in the many years you have in office. Thank you so much for talking to us on Channels Television.
Thank you, and for giving us the hope to serve this country. God bless you.
And that's our show for tonight, everyone. Many thanks for watching. I'm Sean Kimbale. Bye-bye.